Yikes. What was that? Not great. Welcome into the PHNX Bets Daily Podcast, your premier gambling podcast. I'm Johnny Venerable, joined today on a Monday, Shawn DePaz. And Shawn, not a great start to the postseason for the Phoenix Suns. Again, got a lot of basketball to play, but obviously the coronation that is hopefully coming with this franchise put on hold. First round, game one against the LA Clippers. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, the bench has to do something if you want to win in the playoffs, literally anything. I'm not concerned, but it was definitely not an encouraging performance on the player's part or Monty's part. The decisions he was making, not getting Okogie a lot of runs, a few of the guys, just in general, how he decided to allocate minutes was questionable. And Michael said in the chat, the start was not great. You can't have slow starts like that in the playoffs against this Clippers team either. The reality is you are a 4 seed playing a 5 seed. Doesn't matter how much people say that you're supposed to be better. That you're playing a pretty decent team as well. You can't afford to be making these kind of mistakes, especially at home.
Well, we love Monty, but I mean, Ty Lue's got a championship, albeit with LeBron and the Cavaliers. He's been to multiple, NBA finals. He's a really good coach. And I think we're seeing kind of the dividends being paid right now. The fact that Kevin Durant was barely with this team healthy. Mm-hmm. They've rested a lot of players, and they're going to try to play their way into a groove on the fly in the postseason, which is tough, which I think is why a lot of people were skeptical, even with Kevin Durant and the amount of time that he and Devin Booker and Ayton and Chris Paul have missed this year, that they could flip a script and be ready to go for the NBA Finals. And maybe it's teed up for them next year. Now, I'm not one of those people. I think talent cream rises to the crop. Golden State, albeit with more experience last year, did the same thing, whereas they, turned to switch on in the postseason and were out to an NBA title. So I'm with you. I'm not overly concerned. I still think they're going to win the series. I don't think Kawhi can duplicate that night in and night out. I don't think they've got enough perimeter scoring.
Yeah, the reality is that Kevin Durant, he put up points, but all of his points came in 2 quarters. It's not like it was it was not like it was a game where everybody was providing from the beginning to the end. It was definitely, it came in specific spots. So you'd like to see that be just a little more consistent. Playoffs are all about adjustments. That's what separates great coaches in my mind from the Mike Budenholzers of the world, for example. Just their inability to make or ability to make adjustments. So we'll see with Monty if how much he changes up his strategy from game one.
I'm a DeAndre Ayton apologist. That was not a good game for him last night.
No.
Former number 1 pick, getting max money is the third option, and you can't out-rebound somebody like Russell Westbrook, who clearly just wanted it more last night. We're going to need to see a better, this is cliche, but a better DeAndre Ayton moving forward. I think we will. And I think, Kevin Durant has to be your 1A, 1B with Devin Booker. Chris Paul, magician with the basketball in terms of, dishing out assists, but I mean, it's KD and Devin Booker's team. And so you need both of those guys basically to duplicate what Jason Tatum and company did with the Celtics last year. That's what you need. That's the combination. You need them to be the 2 stars and everybody else play a complementary role. So let's check out Shane and I's picks from Friday. Good hell, I don't even remember what I picked. Here's what I got going on, though. I did pick the Thunder's money line. That didn't work out. The Bulls money line, that did not work out. The Warriors money line, nope, that was a swing and a miss. And the Suns did not cover. So burn it with fire. I'll never look at this again. Shane's picks as well. Thunder plus 5.5. I'm going to have to double check here on the fly. Did the Thunder cover 5.5? They did not. They got destroyed. Bulls did not cover. He and I were both on the Warriors. We had basically the same picks, but I took the money line in a couple instances. And then he liked the Cavs. That's the only one that hit. So Shane and I went about a combined 1 for 10 with our picks. So again, it's the NBA playoffs, and that's what's difficult, Shawn, is the NBA regular season, very different. How many teams are actively trying? Who can, flip a script? We'll see.
Who's
the props
even playing in that game.
Right. Mikal Bridges was that's my prop for today. So let's get a little preview of what I got going on. But not a great day for Shane and I. Not a great weekend for the Phoenix Suns, but there is time to rally, and you can rally with BetMGM Sportsbook. If you haven't signed up with BetMGM yet, use bonus code PHNX. There's a few different offers depending on where you live. But for our AZ audience, you're going to get up to $100 in bonus bets on your first wager with BetMGM. Super simple. Here's how it works. You download the BetMGM app, sign up with bonus code PHNX, place a pregame moneyline wager in the amount of at least 10 bones on any market at standard odds price. You're going to get up to $10 up to 100 in bonus bets instantly, regardless of the outcome of your wager. Just make sure, again, that you're using bonus code PHNX when you sign up. Plus, join us at BetMGM Sportsbook at State Farm Stadium for all Sons of Way playoff games. Phoenix Sun watch parties presented by Neutral will feature food and drink specials, giveaways, BetMGM's match and deposits. Join us and grab your free tickets for the show. It's been a banger time. We're enjoying our relationship with BetMGM. Who couldn't? We're so fortunate to be partnering with them. We're also talking to them, of course, about partnering with us. It's happening this fall for State Farm Stadium watch-along parties and every game day, frankly, with PHNX Cardinals. Shawn, do you have a chance to hang out at BetMGM Sportsbook lately? What's been your experience?
Yeah, I mean, I was out there for the Final Four, and it was, I mean, it's the first off, I never even thought about the food that you would be getting at a sports book. The food, amazing. The Bavarian pretzel is very good. But yeah, it's a great atmosphere to watch a game. Having everyone getting there and cheering with a little bit of an investment in the game is definitely a fun experience. So I love being at a sports book to watch games, and MGM is the nicest one I've ever been at, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, I echo those comments. I echo these comments. Shane Diefenbach with the BetMGM disclaimer.
Disclaimer, 21 plus to wager. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. U.S. promotional offers not available in Washington, D.C., Mississippi, Nevada, New York, and Ontario. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Colorado, D.C., Illinois, Indiana, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Wyoming. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369, New York. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP, Arizona. 1-800-522-4700, Kansas, Nevada. 1-800-327-5050, Massachusetts. 1-800-BETS-OFF, Iowa. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help, Michigan. Disclaimer, 21 plus to wager. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. U.S. promotional offers not available in Washington, D.C., Mississippi, Nevada, New York, and Ontario. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Colorado, D.C., Illinois, Indiana, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Wyoming. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369, New York. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP, Arizona. 1-800-522-4700, Kansas, Nevada. 1-800-327-5050, Massachusetts. 1-800-BETS-OFF, Iowa. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help, Michigan.
Love our guy Shano. How about Michael Evans in the chat pointing out what everybody's talking about this morning? One Kevin Durant bucket, the last 6 minutes. Ouch. My dad had a two-leg parlay that would have paid out nicely. He needed one more bucket from Kevin Durant, could not hit his over in points through no fault of his own. That's unfortunate. Also, Michael, I'm hoping for the best that they turn it around. Shawn, do you think they can turn it around?
The Suns, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I think Monty's a good coach. And like I said, I think playoffs are all about the coach and the adjustments. And so I'm confident that they can make adjustments. But I also just don't think, like, this was their first playoff game together, this team. I just don't think, like you said, I don't think Kawhi's replicating his performance. I don't think what Russell Westbrook is replicating his defensive performance.
Right.
And I think you'll get a more consistent Kevin Durant and a better DeAndre Ayton. I mean, the reality is there is a decent sample size for DeAndre Ayton at this point, and it suggests that he's good in the playoffs. So I'm not gonna based on game one of the first game of the playoffs completely discount everything we've seen of DeAndre Ayton in the playoffs. I'm not that worried.
Yeah, he also, when he gets called out, tends to turn it around pretty quickly, and he's got a big chip on his shoulder. We've seen he and Monty go at it, so I expect a big game from DA in the coming days. Shawn, let's get to your picks for tonight. No Suns action, but who do you like in the rest of the matchups?
Yeah, first off, the 76ers, I feel like I don't really need to explain this one that much. They're just really good, and they destroy the Nets. I'm not that worried about the 10.5 here. And they did that without their best players really playing to their max potential. I think Joel Embiid only had like 26 points, and we know he's capable of far more than that. Harden went, I think it was 1 for 8 from inside the 3-point arc. So not a great performance from the two best players. I think you'll get better. So, and considering that they had already easily covered this in game one, I think they easily cover 10.5 again. And then the Warriors money line. I am not one of those people that thought this was going to be just like a walk in the park for the Warriors and that the Warriors are necessarily even going to win this series. But the Warriors are still the Warriors. It's similar to the NHL with the Tampa Bay Lightning. They just have been doing it too much for too long for me to doubt them until they give me a reason to doubt them. They went, 16 for 50 from 3-point range in game one. That kind of Warriors bread and butter is making threes. I don't think they're going to shoot that poorly again from three in this game, and that game was still close considering that. And I don't think the Kings are going to get the same production from Malik Monk off the bench. I think the Warriors are going to take game two.
Well, you're half right. I'm gonna have some fun with my picks here. I agree with you. Let's start with Golden State. I think the dynasty's kind of on the line tonight. You fall under 2-0 to Sacramento. Sacramento more youthful. I think that they're better equipped in a lot of ways to play longer series.
They are Sacramento. They're the Sacramento Kings. You can't lose in the first round to the Sacramento Kings.
Right. So I think if they lose tonight, I think the series is over. And I don't think they're going to lose tonight. I think the Warriors draw it even. I think the Warriors win the series. I'm on the flip side, Shawn. I thought the Warriors would cruise. Give credit to Sacramento and their fan base because they haven't been in the postseason for a hot minute. But I don't think they get it done tonight. I think Steph and company draw the series even. It's the general consensus. Again, I do feel like, though, if Sacramento wins tonight, the series is over. And maybe Golden State's run of championships is over. I'm taking the Nets money line because why the hell not? I do think that this 76ers team can have lapses like this. And I firmly believe, Philadelphia's going to win the series comfortably. But I like what Mikal Bridges and company have been doing. Give the Nets credit. They blew up their team, and they're at least competitive. They're competitive watch. Can make an argument they were a little bit more competitive early on than the Suns were in their matchup. So I think they get the dub. You know how James Harden and company like to cruise. I think they could let a game or two slip away. I think this could be it. And again, I'm almost getting plus 400 on a team in the first round that kept it close for 4 quarters. I like those odds. I also like these odds tonight going right into my prop. Mikal Bridges. Our GM Saul Bookman said he's a top 10 player in the NBA right now. I don't know if I'm going to go that far, but I think he's the best player on a playoff team, and that's something. I would agree. Right? So I think he's top 20, top 17. And again, there are a lot of people foolishly saying on Twitter, well, they should have kept him and tried to make it work without trading for Kevin Durant, which is just laughable. Good luck to Mikal Bridges. I think he's going to have a 30-point game tonight in a win. And it's been a lot of fun to watch his maturation process. But it's clear he needs to be the number one guy to kind of get these robust statistics. Yeah. Shawn, what props do you like for the evening?
Let's see him. PJ Tucker over 9.5 rebounds. He did this. Oh, did I send rebounds or did I send rebounds and assists? I thought I had sent rebounds.
Rebounds and assists?
Yeah, I believe it was rebounds and assists.
Okay, we're making an adjustment.
Or it was points and rebounds. Excuse me.
Gotcha.
Points and rebounds.
Gotcha.
9.5. He, like I said, the Sixers in the first game, their stars really didn't do all that much, and I have to assume that's I expect them to play better, but I have to assume in part that's due to the game plan of the Nets, despite the Sixers obviously winning. I have to think that's in part to that. He hit 13, I believe, in the first game, PJ Tucker. So you're giving me all the way this at 9.5 and plus money. I'm going to keep rocking with that. I think he'll end up with a lot of minutes. And then Draymond Green over 7.5 assists. Again, another one that he cleared pretty easily in game one, 11 assists, I believe. And the Nets are like the Kings, excuse me, are one of the teams that give up the most assists in the league. The Draymond's always just a big part of this offense, even if he's not scoring. I just like his ability to hit this assist. Like I said, he already did it. I like his ability to hit it relatively easily again tonight.
It's great the NBA playoffs are back, which, I mean, let's be honest, real basketball that you can feel comfortable gambling on because everybody's going to play for 4 quarters for the most part. Again, dabble on BetMGM app. Sun Devils, you guys had a pretty robust weekend with some quality football action on Saturday. You guys off or on today?
We're on today, 2 p.m. right here on the PHNX Sports YouTube page. I have to imagine we're talking a little bit about that spring game. It was good. It was quite the experience. Absolutely. And ASU baseball, top 25 in the country. I believe they moved up to 19 this week. They are on a roll, so things are looking good in Tempe.
If you haven't checked it out, check out the fellas' interview in studio with ASU head football coach Kenny Dillingham. Was fantastic. PHNX Cardinals live today. Myself, Bo Brock. Final stages, final days, 10 days away from the NFL draft. Cardinals set to get new uniforms on Thursday. What's going on with Budda Baker? Is Isaiah Simmons getting his fifth-year option picked up? A lot to discuss with the Redbirds. Not all bad, but PHNX Cardinals live later today at 4 p.m. In the meantime, like and subscribe to PHNX Bets Daily Podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. Shano, probably back tomorrow. We'll see. In the meantime, he's Sean DePaz. I'm Johnny Venerable. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.